Talk to him. Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode.
Yo, it's Classic with the classic codes. Got another reaction today. I'm excited about this one. I ain't gonna lie. Going over the After Hours with Anton Daniels again with the whole panel, the crew. You know what I'm saying? But I'm excited about the topic. They asking, are men settling for the women that they get with? But before we get into it, need y'all to subscribe to the channel. Need y'all to like the video. And as we go along, drop comments so we can have a conversation because it gotta crack these codes, man. So look, let's tap in and let's see what's really going on, man. I ain't gonna waste no time. Let's go.
Talk about men settling, and I mean settling for women they know that they don't want to be with because they know the woman that they truly want to be with either don't want to be with them, they can't be with them, or anything of that nature. And it's honestly crazy because men will real life have that woman thinking that they are in love with them, that they are the light of their whole life, that they're just the happiest with them. And don't get me wrong, sometimes they could settle enough to be happy with them. But it's just the fact that you know that you're truly not in love with this woman, but still will play, I don't know, I don't want to say mind games, but it's like mind games. And I can speak from this from personal situations where people have had to settle for other people because I didn't want to be with them at the time, or we just couldn't be together. And my thing is, why settle for that? Like, I mean, it's okay to move on, but like, why are you faking your love for somebody? Why are you faking being in love with somebody? It's just weird. It's just a weird thing, and it's just a topic that I can go on and on and on and on about. But I don't want to get too personal on it.
So, long story short, Eve, I don't know if y'all was able to see all of that. Was y'all able to see most of that?
We saw it all.
Do y'all believe that men, or you could just have it across the board, but we can start off with guys. Do you think that men usually settle for the women that they get with?
I think so. I think they find maybe 65% of what they want in a woman, and they rock with it.
In the dough, Q Diddy speaking some real shit. Listen, I don't think men necessarily have a checklist. I think we do have preferences for sure. But I don't think that we enter into the dating world thinking that we're gonna find a woman that's gonna quote unquote check every box.
I don't think men by and large get what they want out of a woman. And I think the notion of love it's an ideal. It's not a real thing. I think love is it's like a loan. It's like here for a short time, not a long time. I don't think humans can really love someone for the duration of a life. That's like a hard emotion to feel someone for that long.
That's a wild take. He said he don't know if somebody could love someone for a duration of a life. That's a hard emotion to feel for that long. Well, two things. Technically, you wouldn't be loving them for the duration of a life because most people don't meet who they're going to be with, you know, hopefully for the rest of their lives until they've already lived some of their life. You may meet your companion halfway through. I mean, that depends on when you end up being, you know, end up leaving Earth, right? But so there's that part. But then the other part, this whole notion of like love is a hard thing to feel for somebody for a lifetime. I don't know that that's true. I just don't know that I agree with that. I'm gonna think on that some more. I might swing back to that. Let's let them cook.
Slimmy?
Well, being in love, let me clarify. Words matter. Being in love, that's a big emotion to feel for a lifetime for somebody.
But okay, so let me follow that up though. Do you think that, because you say being in love, right? But is that like a fleeting emotion? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's why I said it's alone. It's like it's temporary. It's like a temporary gift, and you do everything with it while you have it because it's gonna be gone eventually.
Let me ask you another question. Do you think that women know when they're getting settled for by men that settle for them? If a man is settling for a woman in the frame that she's selling, do you think that women know that they're getting settled for, or do you think that they believe that they actually getting the best?
Generally, no. I think women think they're the shit and that they're the prize and all that. Like of course there's anomalies like fucking hood boogers that got some nigga that had to pull him out the ghetto type of shit. Like there's those anomalies that they probably know. Like I found a good one and he put me in a better spot. But I think most women think they're the prize, and I don't even think they're grateful for it. I think that.
I disagree. I think most women do know if the guy that they're with is settling for them. And I think they know that I think women know when a guy that they're dealing with is overachieving by dealing with her. And I also think a woman knows when she's overachieving by dealing with a certain guy. And I also think women know when they're dealing with a guy on their level. The thing is, they're not going to say that shit out loud because shit got to sound a certain way out loud. The American woman likes for shit to sound good out loud. So fuck knowing the truth. I have to say this. Oh, I need it to sound a certain way. So whether or not it still remains true after I get done rewording this shit, that's secondary. This shit got to sound good out loud. Woman could be 400 pounds and we can't use the word fat. We got to figure out another way to say the shit because it got to sound a certain way out loud. Y'all let me know when I start to line. Let's move forward.
Because you know what I mean? Like just even in the fact of settling, it's kind of like narcissistic. Like, why are you so good that you're the one settling type of shit? That's what most women think.
Slimmy, do you think that men often at times, not all the time, but do you think that most men are often at times settling for the woman that they then get with?
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, yeah. Because like a lot of women, they don't even know how to treat a man. Like men, we are programmed from youth that you treat a woman a certain way. Most men, this is just the nature of things. Like you always told, hey, you let a woman go through the door first. You hold the door for a woman. You just get taught chivalry as a child. Like they just program this into you. And I'm not sure that women, the majority of women are being trained how to be a wife. So I think, yeah, a lot of men are settling because sometimes you're dealing with a woman that doesn't know how to treat a man. 9 times out of 10, they playing it by ear. They haven't been designed to do this since they were a child. You know, like we are designed to learn a lot of things about women as little boys. Don't hit little girls. You know what? Everything is, women are precious. So you got to treat them a certain way. We've been designed to learn this from youth. Like now women aren't necessarily trained like that.
What do we settle for, Slimmy? Like, is it physical? Is it mental? Is it what do we feel like we settling for? Because there's guys that'll get with women, for example, that may be gorgeous, but they may be missing something up here. Or maybe guys that get with women that got a great attitude or whatever. Or she may be a good girl, but she may not fit the mold of where he think he's going physically. Where do you think that men settle most at?
On intelligence. Sorry, my bad.
I think men mostly are settling in the department of, like I just said, like women know how to treat them. I don't think a lot of women, they're not trying to understand a man. They don't try to understand the man at all. I think that's what's missing. So,
hey, shout out to Slimmy for like 3 weeks straight. Slimmy been cooking. You understand what I'm saying? When he asked him, what do you think men are settling on most? Oh, in the Americas, I know this shit gonna hit worldwide. You know what I'm saying? But in the Americas, 2 things men settling on. Weight. We keeping it a stack. I'm not here to caress nobody's feelings. I'm here to crack the codes. This channel for real truth seekers. Truth ain't always comfortable. We settling on weight. And when I say we, I'm talking about the general populace of men. The average black woman is 5'4", 187 pounds. That's the average in America. That's so men are settling. So I ain't speaking out my ass. Settling on weight, and they definitely settling on behavior. Weight and behavior for sure. The amount of or the lack of cooperation on average that you gonna get is crazy for real when you think about it. But he made a good point. Largely over here, teaching the young girl as a girl to be a lady and to be a wife, to consciously teach those things is very much a lost art. You don't really even hear that terminology being used to the young girls. You need to be a lady, or make sure you do this because you're going to be a wife one day. That type of speaking in our culture, shit, you lying to me.
I think that would fall under. I think that's more like falling under like catering. I don't think a lot of women understand how to cater to a man completely. They know like the little basic shit, man. Make sure that you cook for them and clean, but it's deeper than that. It's way more. You got to learn what makes a man tick. Like, for instance, some guys, they want to be left alone. You know what I'm saying? You got to know when not to nag. You got to know when to just let him do his own thing. I don't think a lot of women understand that, though. I really don't. Like, just small little shit, women aren't picking up on men, and you can see that shit. Like,
I don't think that that's their fault, though, Slimmy. I'm shooting women some bail right now. I'm not sure if it's their fault.
why isn't it their fault?
Because I think the nature of women when they like you is to be clingy. I think that the nature. Listen, I think that the nature of women when they like you, when they really, really like you, and I'm not talking about in passing, and it's not all women. I don't think everybody's a monolith, but I think that the nature of a lot of women is to be clingy. Now, I think that's different from a woman that is nagging. Nagging and clinging is two different things, right? A woman that
lying.
no, I don't think so.
Oh, it's a thick line. It's a huge line. That's a total difference.
I know, and if I know Anton correctly, at some point in the next 30 seconds, he gonna say, "Let me give you an example." If I know Anton correctly, and I want to hear these examples because what is the difference between nagging and clingy?
Because a woman that nags you could be nagging you because you know what I'm saying. Like she could just be. I hate to use big words, but I like to say cantankerous, right? Or you know what I'm saying? She's just a person that is always problematic or got issues. I think that's completely different from a woman that always that wants to be up under you when she's around you. You know what I'm saying?
That's totally different. Yeah, those are totally different things.
I think that clinging is much different than a woman that's kind of problematic and always want to argue.
Yeah. No. It's gonna. I agree with you that there's women they want to be around a man. I'm not talking about wanting to be around them and like they don't understand when to give him space though.
Correct.
That's,
right.
That's what I mean. Like
I don't think that all guys can tell the difference. Like a lot of guys will kind of snap sometimes and be like, man, I just want to be left alone. Or if he's immersed in his game or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that he's situationally aware to where sometimes he can recognize she may just want to be under you or want to be around you versus a woman that'll say some shit like, why you always on the game? Like a woman that say, why you always on the game is much different than a woman that's saying, you know what I'm saying, that's bothering you and interrupting you while you're on the game because she want to be up under you. That's how
she doing something, fucking with your hair. Like,
okay. I understand it now.
Grabbing you and I know exactly what you mean. I think dudes do snap. I think I do agree with that. Like men aren't situationally aware. Yeah, so that's another thing.
I'm gonna add something though. It gets hard to be situationally aware because oftentimes a woman doesn't do one or the other. Sometimes a lot of women have some nag and some cling, right? And sometimes because of the nag, you can't identify the cling. Does that still fall on you for lack of situational awareness? Perhaps, yeah. I can't say it doesn't, but I can say that having some nag and some cling can make shit a bit foggy when it comes to your situational awareness. So I think that two things could be true at the same time. I don't think that it's a A or B thing. Like you either have a woman that is just clingy or she's just naggy. I don't necessarily know that to be true. I like how they explained the definition and the difference between the two. I have no discrepancy with that. I'm just saying that oftentimes a woman can be a bit of both. And so your situational awareness do got to be all the way turned up to identify which is which.
That men got to learn how to do. So you got to train your woman up. And I don't think men are training them up, but I think the initial thing is
all the time. It just kind of depends. Molly, you were shaking your head. What's going on down there, baby?
Oh no, I'm just listening. I was just listening. I was
Molly,
just listening to some of these points.
Do you think that men often at times settle for the men that they want to get with?
Yeah, I think that, and let me also state, I think women do too. But yes, I do think that men settle, and I think that men have always kind of settled, and women are starting to realize it and wake up to it and realize life is not a Disney movie, and in reality, you have to compromise and settle a little bit if you do want to be with somebody. So these women are.
Hey, I'll say this: settle mean two different things when you're talking about a man settling versus a woman settling. It means two totally different things. Got two totally different connotations on it when you use the word settle. Because what a woman settling for what? A man in this world has seen value in you and decided to put you in, decided to want to take you under his covering. Should you find him attractive and y'all connect on the things that are important to connect on, you settling how? Oh, because that particular man happens to be 5'8", you settling because he not 6'2", like me? Or I'm 6'2", So you settling for me because I'm not 6'6"? Like, what is settling? We have a bad habit over here in the West of waking up every day and thinking about all the shit we don't got. You not settling when you find something good for you. You just not. A man want to make you a wife and he got pure intentions and he value you. You're not settling for that man. That's a good man and he's good for you. But because he don't come in a particular packaging that you had in your head, you would tell yourself you settling. You can't settle for a good person. Settling would be settling for something less than that. Somebody who don't value you, or somebody that comes in the packaging, but he like throwing punches in the house. You understand? That would be settling. But see, what's more important is what it looked like. Just like what's more important is what it sound like. It ain't we not in a situation where with our women over here, what's most important is what it is what the facade is more important than the real. And it's like that largely, I think, culturally. Delusion is so acceptable that reality is frowned upon. Nasty work. Nasty work.
This is why I don't think a lot of women can handle how men really think and feel about certain things. Because if a woman knows she's with you and she might not be the one that you're in love with, that is going to hit her in her feelings a little bit. But
why does
just
that have
is
to
what
be
it
said?
is.
Like, why do you like? Is that a conversation? I'm not in love with you. Where like, why does that even have to be a thing?
As far as what?
Like, why would that ever come out of a man's mouth to his person?
No, it probably would not. But I think from discourse on the internet, and women are starting to hear how men really feel and think,
Yeah,
they can't handle it because that's not what we were programmed to think. We were programmed to think men love just like us. If he chose us, we must be the end all be all. And maybe you was just the only one that stuck around, everybody else left. So he just said, you know what?
I think choosing to love is like a brave thing to do. Like to put your heart and soul and out of that, like for somebody else to just smash it and crush it and discard it like it's nothing. Like
I mean, but I think that's like TV and media just have us over romanticizing relationships in general. Like we think everything's supposed to run off of love. And it's like love could look different.
I think women think that. I don't think men think that. I think that's
exactly. I think women think this because
hold on, pause that. Hold on. You saying you think that men think that? Say that again, Quentin.
No, it was Molly's sentiment. Like women think that. You talking about being brave about love?
You were saying about love, right? You were saying that.
I said when a person chooses love, it's a brave thing to do because you're. I think like the most dangerous person in a woman's life is her husband that she'll ever meet, and what he can do to her.
Hold on to that. Don't go there. Don't go there because I got a clip that I want to ask. It's funny you be saying that shit because I got an actual clip that I want to bring up that. So we're gonna pause on that one. I'm gonna come back to that. But so, all right, let me ask Mika. Mika, before I even get into that, do you think that men often at times settle for the women that they get with?
I think men settle more than women do. I think they settle. I think they settle in looks. I think because that's way more important to y'all than it is to women. So when I see men with what y'all call mid, I'm like,
Oh,
because when I see men with what you guys
Slimmy coming through with the befuddlement, the most befuddled man on YouTube. Slimmy, was Slimmy leaning? He don't know what's going on. What you say? What?
He's called mid.
Oh, mid. Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah. I know what you thought I said.
I thought you said mid.
I know.
I don't know, because I don't know, Mika, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Hold on. Because it goes back to
think that like 98% of us are mid.
No. But a mid man and a mid woman is two different things.
Okay, explain that. That's why I was asking. Clarify what you think when you say mid.
So what women will deem mid, it doesn't really have anything to do with looks. Because a man can be, I don't know, genuine. And if he doesn't have any drive and he's broke, all that type of stuff, he will be mid. It doesn't matter. Right? He can be mid. As a woman, you can be rich, you can be all of that stuff. But if you're not physically appealing to most men, you're mid, no matter what else you have going on.
Do you think that it's a gap though? Like when women evaluate men, it's either a in or out. Because I kind of like to think about it, and y'all give me the insight.
I can't say her definition of mid to men, like what we consider to be mid. I can't say that that's true for most men. I can say that it's true for a populace of men. I do agree. I think, if we just making a purely physical assessment, like those type of men who don't think beyond that, they would tell you like, okay, oh, that's a mid pack. But if shorty really like on a physical level, if she a 6 on a 1 to 10 scale physically, I'm talking about all natural though, but a 6, no makeup, hair in a regular ponytail, motherfucking dad hat on, running errands. She a 6. So if you want to dial it up and dial it up, she really, you know, pushing towards an 8.5 on a good day type shit. But the human being she is a great human being. That's really not mid, fam. That's not a mid pack, not to me. If you got you a 6 bare face, first thing in the morning, just wash her face and just put some moisturizer on. That's a 6 walking around just in the streets in her joggers. And she act right though. That's a dime. That's a dime. But maybe I'm too grown.
And I'm just kind of asking a question, but I want to frame it like this. I kind of look at the way that women see men, how they communicate, that it's either hot or cold. And then there's very few men that's in the middle. Like it's either I'm not fucking with you all the way, or I'm really fucking with you. And then it's a few people in the middle. It's like, all right, cool. I can roll with you. If ain't shit else popping, I'm gonna roll with you. I kind of look at it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Women are all. What was that?
Go ahead.
Women are just. I'm old as fuck, and I still don't understand women. Like the last relationship I was in, I'm not gonna in a relationship. Like y'all, Anton met her. Like she was on a plane to see me fucking 3 times a month. She was fucking buying me shit. That's weird as shit. I ain't never had no girl buy me nothing. That shit was super awkward. And like, I didn't really like her like that. You know what I mean? And she was doing all the stuff. And I was like, is this what it likes?
Right. So that's what I'm saying.
Women like you, they spend money on you and they say all that.
Right.
Like,
but y'all go down in looks just to get the other things. Like, because a lot of the times, not all the times, but a lot of the times, women who look good aren't as submissive because they have more options. They have more this, that, and the third, right? And they're maybe not the nicest and things like that. So a lot of the times men will go down in looks. I get it, but it's still what it is. It's settling. Right.
He talking about
No shit, it don't even be settling either, because a lot of the shit that y'all think is fine shit, that shit so unnatural, we don't even know if it's fine or not. So a lot of the shit don't even be settling. Like I think if I was in a room with 100 guys and they was putting big pictures up on a projector and asking all of us to rate the women 1 through 10, I think my 10s will look totally different from the other 99 niggas in the room, G. Like what a 10 is to me. Like, I don't think I got the same taste as most niggas, because what y'all think is fine shit, the shit got foundation on, the shit got this shit right here going on with the eyebrows, this shit got all type of contouring going on. Then they got the beauty supply front counter toothbrush swoop in the front with the baby hair. The shit glued in. The hair is glued on they shit. You know what I'm saying? A sewed on they shit. Like this shit so dolled up. And then if she got a couple dollars, the ass is stove bought. You know what I'm saying? The titties might be stove bought. Like by the time you get done seeing what's really to it, the shit be weak for real. Like it's a dolled up 4. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't even know what's really to that. For real. So like I don't know, man.
So she wasn't bad looking.
Yeah, she came to the meetup. She was like,
yeah, but it's not makeup on. Right, but okay. What I'm saying is it up to you? It's up to you to determine what's mid, what's this, what's that.
What made her mid was her 2 kids.
Okay.
That's what made.
But I guarantee you, a chick that's fine enough, a lot of dudes will look around it. I'm sorry, a lot of men will look around it.
And I think a lot of men settle because of proximity too, though.
No, nigga, she wasn't on white.
Well, yeah.
She just said something though. She said a woman could have kids and have this and that going on, but if she fine enough, a man will look around it. I guarantee you. And she not lying though. It is a man that will look around it. But for some men, right, that is what would bring that number down, right? Like a super duper fine woman with heavy baggage. Is that really more attractive when we start talking about attraction? Is that really more attractive than a woman that's naturally gorgeous? She cutesy, a 6, a 7, or if you don't want to use 7, a low 8, whatever, however you want to do these numbers and shit, right? But her mind right, you know what I'm saying? She got some understanding about her. She reads, she got good habits and shit like that, and she don't come with a heavy burden of baggage like this other super fine chick that's now giving you attention because she know her marketplace value is lesser. Because the super dime piece that's talking to the dude she talking to ain't even the dude she'd be talking to if she didn't have the kids. She picking from her available pool. It's a pool of dudes she don't got access to because of the baggage. You know what I'm saying? So we got all this shit is relative. This shit gets so nuanced. That's why I was excited about this topic.
I've heard
My
that, right?
family,
I've heard that.
you're
Like,
there,
intimacy for
you're there,
life.
you're always there. You're at the bar when I get there. You at work when I get there. You're always there. I can't avoid you, and you throwing it at me. Okay, well, we just see where this goes.
Well, like, what's his
And
name?
a lot
The
of men sound
comedian.
like that.
He said, Mike Epps, he said, you can tell where I was in my life by my baby mamas. He's like, the more money I got, the finer they got.
Okay, that makes
He
sense.
was like, when I was in the hood, I was sleeping with who like me. He was like, so my first baby mama is ugly. He was like, look at my wife now, she's fine. He was like, it is what it is. That's an extreme, but I think that is an accurate depiction of men with the proximity thing you were saying, Slimmy.
Yeah, he just.
But women on that
that's
note,
funny.
when they date like a higher end man, they think that's now their bar. When it was probably just like a one off type shit.
You said what?
I said when men or when women date someone on the higher end of the whatever scale for you women, they think that's like now their bar.
Well,
that's true too. I want to reel this one in though. I ain't gonna go all the way to the end of it, but I just want to say, like, with the whole like attraction thing and like how men see it versus how women see it, and the way they was breaking that down, I think is very nuanced, but it's something where I think ultimately it's a primitive thing. Like, attraction is a visual you see, and then there's like some type of a inexplicable latching on that happens when it comes to attraction. So like if somebody just don't like none of the options they be having out here, they gotta level themselves up in some way physically so they can have that aura on them to where they, because when you level yourself up physically, it change your confidence too. So then your aura gonna change. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you start to expand your pool that you can pick from, because now I'm always looking at you a little different. And that go for men and women. So I think with that being said, I think people just don't understand, like, if she with you for anything other than natural gravity, then bro, you a stimulus package. And if you with her for anything other than natural gravity, then in some way, I hope you're getting some stimulation. No diddy, but it's like, it's one of them things where attraction is a very natural thing. So when somebody start talking to you about their requirements and all that shit, they don't like you like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't like you like that. But I'm gonna wrap it up on that, man. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all like. Drop y'all comments, whether y'all agree or disagree, so we can have a conversation. We got to crack these codes. And if you don't do nothing else, you know what I need you to do. Stick to the codes. Yeah.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Weathered the winters when left in the cold. Hardened my heart, now hardened